Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nightz, and in today's video I got something a little bit different for you guys. This right here is going to be a little bit of a conversation I'm going to have with you guys when it comes to, as you can see from the thumbnail and the title, the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to chapter 5, ladies and gentlemen. Fortnite chapter 5 has been definitely an interesting chapter. It's only been a couple days so far, just, my first impressions pretty much, but there's definitely a couple things I want to talk to you guys when it comes to actually involving this season with the meta, the map, the movement. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to just, go through the three sections, the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you guys like this, if you guys want more of this, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up, comment below what's your guys' favorite thing and your guys' least favorite thing when in this chapter. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and let's get straight into it. Alright, everybody, so starting things straight off, I'm going to be talking about the best things or the good things that when it comes to chapter 5. I think there's a couple things that are actually really good. I think when it comes to whether it's more things are good, more things are bad, I think it's actually more on the section where there's actually a lot to love about chapter 5. There's a lot to be excited about, a lot to look forward to, and yes, not everything's perfect, but there's definitely things that are on the track to be perfect with just a little bit of minor changes here and there. But there's definitely a couple things that I do love, and then starting off is the map. I love this map. I think it's so beautiful. A lot of good terrains, the mountains, little secret spots here and there if you guys know where to find them. Really cool details around this entire map, and especially the POIs. The POIs are very intricately designed, super clean. I love these POIs. Almost every single one of them, I'm a fan of them. So it was actually kind of interesting to figure out where I wanted to go for my POI or from my drop spot. Turns out I'm not even going into a POI, but guys, POIs are a little contested because they're actually pretty broken in this season. I'm gonna get into that later in the bad. But when it comes to this in chapter 5, the new modes, these new modes like the Lego Fortnite mode, the racing mode, the music mode, super exciting. It was definitely a good thing that Fortnite added these things because I'm honestly super pumped. I'm gonna be doing a hardcore survival series on the Lego mode, and I'm just super pumped for that. If you guys don't know what the hardcore survival is, gonna be just one life, me and my friends trying to survive as long as we can. I'm not sure if Minecraft it's gonna have or the Lego mode's gonna have an end game like Minecraft, so you have to beat the Ender Dragon or beat some sort of mythical monster. But if there is, I'm gonna be playing the entire thing, see how many episodes it takes to get there in hardcore survival. So guys, make sure you look forward to that like I am. Subscribe to the channel. But getting back into it, guys, the good ideas when it comes to chapter 5, there's so many good ideas. I feel like they just didn't really execute them correctly. I feel like a lot of these ideas that movement, attachments, or whatever, they're good ideas, just didn't really execute them correctly. So that's something I just think is a positive. They have good ideas. We're in chapter 5 and they're still coming up with these really good ideas to implement into the game, and I just think they're good ideas, just not executed correctly. So that's just some minor little thing right there, but I do love the ideas of chapter 5. The next thing is there is mats everywhere. If you guys didn't really realize this, there is mats literally everywhere. You guys have no problems nowadays getting mats. Wood gives you so much, brick gives you so much, metal's pretty much easily everywhere. It's not as easily available as Fortnite OG because the cars aren't pickaxeable, but it's still pretty plentiful. There's about 1,000 chests on the map, which I think is still pretty decent. I'm not sure how that compares to chapter 2 or chapter 3 or chapter 4 maps, but I think that's still pretty good. 1,000 chests is pretty decent for the most part. That's another really good thing about this map is it has so many solo spots. There's a spot with 7 chests here. There's this spot over here. If you do get a split drop, it actually works for duos. So I really like this map. I think the map and the way it's evenly spread out with this loot and the secret spots and stuff like that is super fun and super interesting. You can keep exploring, and I guarantee there's spots you probably have never seen so far. So let me know what you guys think about that. The next thing is going to be these weapons and the way they fire and the way they shoot now with the way the bullet drops. I think a lot of people don't really like that, but a lot of people do. It's kind of one of those 50-50 things in the community right now. So I think it's actually a lot better of an improvement, a lot better of a change, because when it comes to actually fighting in games, especially competitive, you're not going to get sprayed from 200 meters away, 100+ meters away so easily we did even in chapter 4 with the red dot sights on every single weapon. So these weapons I think are just evenly balanced with the bullet drop. You actually have to have pretty good aim to be able to hit someone and beam somebody, and if you're gliding through the air, it is insanely hard to spray somebody, and I think that's awesome. You can actually rotate now using some of these launch pads and other rotations and not get beamed immediately, especially at that grapple hook thing. So the next thing, the last very final thing I'm gonna talk about when it comes to the good stuff in chapter 5 that I think I really like, I think they're just really good, is the train. I love the train, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you guys think about the train in the comments, but I have a lot of fun. I almost always go for the train and use that to rotate to the next side of zone to be able to get the most desirable side for me, and I just have so much fun on the train. I love it. We've seen trains in other battle royales, but I think in Fortnite it just fits it perfectly with the third person, and I just love it so much. But let me know what you guys think about all these things I've talked about when it comes to the good stuff in chapter 5. In my opinion, I want to know what you guys think. What's your guys' favorite things right now in chapter 5? And yeah, let's get straight into the next section. I'm gonna be talking about the bad and then the ugly. All right, everybody. So the bad is definitely some, not too many things. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's got like a couple of different things here and there, and we're actually gonna go right back to talking about the map, because the one thing about the map that I think is kind of weird and I don't really like is the trees. Why are these trees so skinny? They're like twigs, but they go up like hundreds of feet, and I'm like, in zero builds, it's really, really bad for the meta. That's like another thing when it comes to like this chapter 5. It's like they do not think about zero builds when they're creating some of these stuff. There's no bunkers, there's no cover right now except for bush bombs and the riot shield thing. Like, what were they thinking when they were creating some of this meta for zero builds or the map? Like, why are the trees like twigs? You can't even hide behind them without getting your foot shot or your arm shot, or you're just getting shot in general. You cannot hide behind anything other than huge rocks. So I don't really understand why they did that. Another thing that I'm actually kind of like confused by is why we have like no heals. We have even less heals than we did in Fortnite OG. They pretty much took away the chug jug and gave us berries instead. It's like, what? That is the stupidest thing in the world to me. We should definitely get like 𝑚𝒁 back, Chug Splashes back. At least those two things, please bring them back. I love 𝑚𝒁. Just bring 𝑚𝒁 back at least. Like, why don't we have these more other heals? I know like med kits and like the shield, they actually improved them with, you know, you could be able to walk now, which I think is definitely like, I like it and I don't like it, because if you're starting to take a big pot or a med kit or something like that and you have to cancel it within like 2 seconds because like, you know, an enemy comes up, you completely waste the entire med kit. Or if you're trying to take it because you need 10 HP, you waste the entire med kit. It should just be that when you use 10 of the med kit, it only takes like 10 of it out and you actually have 90 left that you can be able to use for like your teammate if your teammate needs white health. That way you can actually share white health together off of one medkit. I think that would be so much better. I understand what they were trying to do, because they were trying to make it to where like you actually have to like sacrifice the medkit, you know, take it. Once you take it, it's like a risk reward kind of thing, but I think that's just really stupid in my opinion. The next thing is snipers. I think snipers are definitely, they're not like broken, but they are pretty broken. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like they're not like mythic guns level or the medallions level, but they're still so strong, since you could put like 4 different sights on these sniper rifles. And I'm like, that's insane. You can have an iron sight on a weapon that's doing 290, and that's not even the best. That's not even the worst part. You have 3 bullets minimum in your sniper rifles that do 1 shot to the heads. And if you get extended mags on that, you could have 5 bullets on something like that. And it's just like, huh? What? Why do sniper rifles have now 3 times, 5 times more bullets than they did in the past? And they're 1 shots. It's like a complete 180 to what we used to have for snipers. Snipers back in the day, or like not back in the day, but like a couple chapters ago, would not even 1-shot you, maybe in the head, but that was it. And now it's just like so easy to hit headshots with these weapons. It's next level. I have a montage coming out tomorrow where you're gonna see me just hit some of these most insane sniper rifle shots, but it wasn't that hard, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. But that's pretty much everything when it comes to talking about the bad. I feel like the zero builds meta, you know, the heals, the trees and stuff like that, the snipers, I feel like those things can just be easily fixed, which is a couple of different updates. I'm not sure about the trees, but pretty much everything else can be like easily fixed. But let me know what you guys think about these ideas down in the comments below. What things do you guys think fit in like the bad category that aren't quite like ugly but aren't in the good category? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, let's get into the next section, which is going to be the ugly. I got 3 different things I want to talk about in the ugly section. Okay, everybody, so the final section, the ugly, the absolute worst things about chapter 5 in my opinion, starting straight off with the movement. The thing that's been talked about the most on Twitter, on YouTube, pretty much every social media platform, the movement has just been absolutely flamed and hated by for most of the community. You have a couple people here and there that are defending it for whatever reason, but I'm gonna be honest, forward progress as you're moving forward, just normal running, not sprinting, just normal running, it feels insanely slow, like absolutely ridiculous. It feels like you're walking when you should be running. Like the animation they use right now is just, it's the awful. It's the worst animation for when you're at least moving forward. Like side to side and moving backwards, it's whatever. Even the new crouch walking, I'm just like, okay, whatever. And sliding, you know, all the other like animations when it comes to moving is kind of completely okay with me when it comes to like just playing the game. But when it comes to like moving just forward, like I don't have any sprint back, and I know sprint stamina comes back faster, but I don't care. Like if I just normally cannot move, just normal when I'm running and like walking forward, just running forward, and it looks normal, I can't do that. That's the worst thing right now for chapter 5, and it makes the game pretty like not unplayable, I would say, but it makes it very not as enjoyable as it could be. That's what I was saying. Like chapter 5 has all these really good ideas, but the execution is just horrible. The next thing I want to talk about is medallions. Medallions are broken, ladies and gentlemen. I don't really understand what Epic was thinking about how you could stack multiple medallions and it doesn't even take up an inventory slot. Why are you breaking the game? You're breaking the way the game is even like handled, because if one person gets all 5 of those medallions, they're absolutely unstoppable, and it should never be like that. Pretty much when you go into endgame, it's going to be let's say it's a 2v2 or 1v1. The other person, if you don't have the medallions, he is most likely going to have them all, which means you're going to lose every time in endgame. So I don't understand what they were thinking about the medallions. Those absolutely need a nerf, and it makes the POIs that much stronger, because not only do the bosses drop a medallion, they drop a mythic weapon too, some of the most broken mythic weapons we've ever seen, especially especially in chapter 5. So why is that a thing? The last final thing, which I of course think is a great idea, but it's a bad execution, is attachments. Attachments should not be something where you have to go to a vault and actually be able to, you know, apply those attachments and buy new attachments. They should simply have it like a feature where when you know when you go to open a chest and the chest comes with gold, a weapon, ammo, mats, why not an attachment as well? 5 things at a chest. Every single chest you go to open, you get 5 things. A random attachment and 4 of those other things I just talked about. Why don't we have that? I think that's the best way to use attachments, and then have it to where you can just apply and attach those attachments wherever. Don't have a purple weapon have 4 attachments or 3 attachments on it, a blue weapon have 2, and then a gray have 1 or a green have 1. I just think that's so stupid. The way they did attachments is actually the stupidest thing ever, and they need to just completely overhaul, change it, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think about all these changes. I'm gonna have a couple of gameplay right here at the very end, just absolutely dominating as a solo in solo duos and ranked in 0 builds. So let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I'm gonna do a lot more of these kind of like talk videos, a lot more gameplay videos, new montage coming out tomorrow showing you guys my first 72 hours in chapter 5. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this gameplay. I love each and every one of you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. My name is Nightz. Peace out. How am I not hitting him?
Oh, now I guess him. Nice. Oh my god, that.
I'm not really in right here. I gotta get to that rock. Oh wait. Since I know this person is somewhere right here. Shit!
In the bush. Nice. Good shot. Nice. Your shield?
I'm trying to switch this entire time. But you know, that's just how the water works.
Big.
Oh my god, 303.
God. It's 4 solos. Should be. You against 2 people. Nice. Nice, good shit.
Where the hell is he? There he is.
Right there. You could headshot snipe him. My god!